This is my Musakula dance.
Fancy dancing. Fancy dancing does not go with the dramatic music I've just put on, because when we last saw our party, we were split over on one side of the Sewers Casino, a wonderful, wonderful bar in the middle of Ozone, well, on the edge of Ozone Plaza.
It's my favourite place on the station.
Sorry, Brett. I've just seen your request for more advertising. We will get to that. I think we've got a little bit of product placement from Kashar. But yeah, we were in Ozone Plaza, on the edge of Ozone Plaza in the Sewers Casino. Carvus had rallied the party because we've all just found out this evening about the missing emissary. They've gone. Nobody knows where they are. They didn't turn up for the Coriolis Council, and nobody knows. And it's broke on the news, and everybody's upset. Over on one side of Coriolis, there are riots. But we came to the Sewers Casino because it was something that Aram Yaffa, our contact, the last person we know has seen Nur alive, he says he's in some kind of debt with these guys. And so we came over here to find out what was going on, who's got the debt, and maybe beat up a couple of punks.
I do think it's unfair to Aram to refer to him as our contact. That implies some kind of agency or reciprocation, which completely isn't there.
No?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he thinks he's our victim rather than our contact.
Good. I don't want him to be our contact. I don't want him associated with us at all. He's a scum.
Mm-hmm.
He's a scum.
A scum.
Yeah, he's
One
of
scum,
the many on
please.
this station.
He is one of... Yeah, well, I mean, there are quite a few scummy people on the Coriolis station.
And I'm currently dealing with another one at a time.
Yeah.
We're improving life, one baklava merchant at a time.
Yeah. All right, so we'd split the party because Kashar and Zelian had headed into one of the back rooms of the casino, found the manager called Youseff, and started to try and interrogate them with extreme prejudice. Meanwhile, out in the bar, Carvus had sat down. Carvus. Yeah, it was Carvus.
Mm-hmm.
Carvus had sat down with a reporter that we recognised from the bulletin. Her name was, handily here on there, Jayla Kuhari, and she was asking some questions about some of the missing people, about some of the folks. She seemed to know everybody, which was strange. Strange that she was aware of these people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I just sat down to talk to her, and she pressed a button to record.
Yeah.
If I recall.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, she pressed the button on
See,
this tabula, set up a little thingy on the table, and was like, so we can talk. Exclusive kind of thing.
Exclusive, on record, Kashar free.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Kashar free.
It's a very, very bad idea, but hey, let's go with it.
So yeah, she sits down next to you in the booth with her, what was it, Musa.
It was the Museko.
Museko, that was it.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Yeah, she sat down next to you with the Museko that you managed to.
When only
to
the
get
most average will do.
more free food for you, more free stuff.
The first time Carvis is going, I don't want any more free drinks, please. No, thank you.
more of this.
No more, please stop.
Please stop. This is not nice stuff. Please stop. So she sits down next to you and she says, preacher, do you... How is the church involved? Are you with the Church of the Icons on Coriolis? Is this an official investigation? Is your congregation going missing? Tell us everything.
Well, I can't speak on behalf of the church directly. I am a seeker. I can speak as part of them.
Seekers, yes, I've heard of this cult.
I am obviously associated with the Church of the Icons, but it has been a while since I have directly represented them. You're asking me, has my congregation disappeared?
I from speaking with your secretary. What else? What other could they be? Secretary, manager.
Yes. Go on.
They seem to think that you might have met some of the people, and she begins reading a list of names again.
Yeah.
One of which is Nurs. These people have all gone missing over the past few months, few segments, and well, the guard doesn't seem to be interested. They're poor people. A few of them are rumored to have been, and she, even though, like, there's loud music, people are partying and that kind of stuff, she goes, a few of them are rumored to have the Mystic's disease. My investigation leads me to believe more of them than most of them even have the Mystic's disease. It's certainly one of the only things that could link most of them, aside from the fact that they are mostly not the upper class of Coriolis residents.
Well, seems that you and I are on the same page to a certain degree. I have been conducting a direct investigation into these places, as it seems that they are using some form of coercion to gather up those who have been blessed by the icons and taking them somewhere. I am en route to try and find the source of this investigation and have talked to the guards in Coriolis. I'm not sure if
Coriolis guard are involved as well. That's interesting. I haven't been able to get conversations with any of them on record. Who is your contact? Who have you spoken with?
I don't believe the guards, for the most part, are directly involved. I'm not sure if you've been noticing that there is a subsection of guards.
I hadn't. No, an extra. Maybe someone from the Judicators, which you would know are like. I guess the easiest kind of way to mention it is like Judge Dredd. Like they're not completely Judge Dredd. They are not like merciless, I am the law kind of thing. Some of them work for the different judges on Coriolis and that kind of thing. But the Judicators can dispense low-level law and judgments and are like investigators kind of thing. So she's like maybe the Adjudicators? Are they working? Have you seen an Adjudicator here on the ring?
I can't say I have seen one directly. I can tell you only that there appears to be a military force within the guards. A stronger military force.
Do you think it could be a Zenithian plot? Are they infiltrating the guards? What about, or perhaps it's a first come undermining the Coriolis station, and you can see she's like going full on, like.
You should find out facts before you start to apply theories to them. As I said, I've only briefly begun this investigation and trying to find out the source of the missing people. I'm not sure how much additional information you may have on this that could aid in the investigation. You seem to have mentioned quite a few people that I do know and some that I don't.
Well, perhaps we could arrange maybe and not so loud to perhaps go through more details. Maybe an exchange of information. Maybe we could aid each other, and in exchange for anything I find, you may consider, well, an exclusive, an interview with just myself, not the bulletin, an exclusive for me.
Yes, I mean, as I said, I'm pursuing this deeper, and I'm going to be going to most likely places that you would be far too dangerous for yourself to go in alone. but you also have connections that I don't. So if you could use the connections that you have and the information that I am lacking, and I'll mention a few of the names that I don't recognise on the, and get more details around those names and more information you have, and I will have an interview with yourself and give you the information I have, and we can put whatever this is to a more public light.
And yeah, she nods. And as she's kind of nodding, and she begins to like bring up a calendar and be like, oh, okay, right, let's get some sort of appointments booked, sort of thing, as you would. You see, coming through the front of the casino, 3 rough-looking blokes, dudes, big, things.
How can you tell? The place is called the sewers. How are they worse?
Because these folks don't look like they're here to spend, and you see when these guys come in, some of the staff like immediately stiffen, and they head immediately for the door that Zelian and Kashar went through earlier. So,
and look, I assume that they just literally walk straight there. There's no like hesitation at all.
Yeah, no, they're walking with pace.
Yeah,
with pace there.
You'll have to excuse me a moment, and then sort of turns, and then obviously.
So we'll wind time back a bit.
Just tell her it's the lizard people and the 5G, and everything will be okay.
We'll wind time back a bit to that moment, because at the same time as Carver sat down next to Jailer was the moment where Zelian balled his fist and was about to plow into the dude. Mm-hmm. All right, so I believe we need to make an initiative roll.
Okay, so I'm a combat vet, so I get to roll 2 dice, pick the highest. Equally, as I'm unarmed striking, do I get and it's got an initiative bonus of +2. Do I roll 4 dice in the first attack?
No, so you just add 2. Add 2 to your initiative.
Just add 2. It's not because I wasn't sure whether the modifiers were numeric or whether they were extra dice. Or not.
So, so from my understanding, and the way I have always played this when I've played in other games with other people, is that +2, that initiative bonus is a +2 number. So it will increase your initiative bonus.
But depends
the bonus on the weapon, if it's like a +1 bonus, that's not that's +1 dice, not +1 to hit.
So
yes. Sorry, Millie, go on.
That's all right. No, go on, you go, Martin.
So I don't know about unarmed striking, but for the weapons themselves, it basically means you declare that you're going to use this weapon to attack this turn, and you get +2 to your initiative, and you move up the initiative order depending on where that would put you. So if you roll a 4, you go up to a 6, for example, and then you act in that initiative. You do not attack with your weapon, you lose all of your action points.
Yeah, so the +1 bonus on, just a +1 bonus on it, for example, on my Collapse the Baton, that's not a, if I roll a 5, it becomes a 6, is it? That's a extra dice to roll. Because Coriolis, I think, I'm reading about it, all the modifiers are extra dice, not...
Yeah, most, except for these ones.
Yeah,
all right.
Initiative is a flat bonus
not initiative, the other bonuses, like the +1 bonus.
So what we're going to do is we're going to roll a d6. Yeah?
2 for James.
2, and you're going to pick the best one.
Want me to roll as well? Sure.
Yeah. So that's your initiative number. And there are shenanigans in Coriolis where you can move your initiative around.
Cool.
So once we've gone through the initiative and we get back to the start of the next set of initiative, you can be like, right, now I'm going to be unarmed, which if you'd have rolled a 1, you'd go up to 3. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah, that's the shenanigans with the initiative. There are some things I think where you can... I think there are some talents where you can trade initiative with other people, but I might be getting confused with Alien.
From what I've seen, the GM can use a talents point to shift initiative up.
Yes.
If you strike someone, you can use excess d6s to increase your initiative by 2 for the next turn. Mm-hmm. And that can do multiple times.
Yeah, I've seen that kind of thing.
But yeah, the weapon bonus initiative is only for that round, and only if you intend to attack with that weapon.
So, can I just check, outside of initiative, regardless of it, the bonuses on the weapons themselves, like the +1 bonus, that's an extra dice, isn't it? That's not...
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thought so. Right, cool. I'm all ready then. I'm good. I rolled a 5 for my initiative, so...
What did Kashar get?
Kashai got a 4. That's just on my dice. No.
So given that Zelian has got is clearly going to strike with his fist, which gives him +2, means he's got a 7 initiative, which is at the top of the round.
Surprisingly,
you are in melee. What is it? Close combat, close range with this chap. And you need to make a melee.
So my melee attack is 5 for my strength. 4 for my strength. Plus 2 for my melee, so that's 6d6.
And do you get any bonuses from your fist?
From unarmed strike, I do not get a bonus.
Alright, cool.
But because I have cybernetic muscles,
you're going to do extra damage?
I do 1 extra damage, so I do 2. I could draw my collapsible baton, which gives me an extra 1 to hit, but is less damage.
Yeah.
But I think 6 dice is probably enough.
6 dice is enough, I think.
Is it famous last word time? Let's find out, Zillion.
If it's not, I will call upon the gambler's talent and just crit strike him anyway.
Oh, cool, yeah. Merlin's going to have so many darkness points that when those guys come in, we'll just be sat down, like, doing nothing, facing the wrong way while asleep.
Well, here's the thing about having your arm be your weapon. I can't spend a darkness point to make Zillion's arm fall off.
Yeah.
Well, there's one good news.
4 successes.
4 successes. I want to move my camera, but I'm just going to properly end up plugging it out. But I rolled 6, 6, 6, 6, 4, 2.
Wow.
Sorry.
No, it's good.
What my brains. What type of attack do you do, James? Do you just do a normal attack?
I punched him in the face with my robot hand.
Okay.
Which is an unarmed strike, which has got crit 3. So
so that's. Sorry.
No, go on. I was just looking at because that would be a slow action, and then you could also do like another
fast action.
Fast action as well.
You can attack twice.
It depends on.
You can make a quick attack at a -2 modifier, so I could hit him.
You could go bang bang and hit him twice.
I intend to.
Normal is 2 AP.
Yeah, 2.
So to you 3.
Yeah.
So
if you have no AP, you can't defend. Just let you know.
So I hit him.
Yeah. You hit him. What's the base damage?
Base damage is 2, but it's got a crit of 3, and because I rolled 3 extra,
you're going to activate a crit. You're just going to straight in there with a crit.
You can't talk to dead people.
No, I think I can choose what happens with the crit, can't I? I can't remember the crit table.
You roll 2 d6s, and then it happens off that.
Yeah.
So
depends on the crit table. So you could do. It's up to you. It looks like you've winded him hard just with the sucker punch from your thing.
Yeah. So I've done 2 damage to him. But no, I've rolled it. So do I roll 2d6 and see what happens on the crit table?
So you roll 2d6, and then you read them as a 10s and a 6.
All
a
right.
10s and a unit even.
So the first one is a 66. I genuinely just rolled 2 more 6s.
Right, okay.
I also need the loaded
96.
dice, please.
I know what this is. Cause
I think I can guess what this is.
he dies.
Yeah, alright.
I think I've just...
You just killed him. So
cool, that's
I didn't
totally,
want that to happen.
Totally what I wanted. Let's go clubbing and then get arrested for murder. Sounds like
I didn't
a party.
want that to happen.
Well,
alright, so this is what happens. Zelian is like
just put my fist through his face.
You just like wind back, punch him, and it's like the harshest version of what we saw with
oh man,
with Aram earlier. Like you would crush his skull is what you do. You just smash him so hard it just and you instantly feel him go from like this guy who's got his hand on your arm, holding, sort of pushing on the weight. There was a bit of a grapple that went on to suddenly just dead weight. And as you pull back your prosthetic fist, you can see like snot and blood on the hand, and you've got this moment. Like if you drop him to the floor, there's Kashar stood behind the desk, like, shit.
No, just like, even though I wear a mask, you can just read fucking liability in my expression.
Can I, like, call upon the gambler to not do that? I don't want to kill the fucker.
Dear gambler, please unsmush this guy's head and then stick it back together, but in a workable
to, like, knock
fashion.
him out or something.
Yeah,
but,
unfortunately, the only talent that works for swapping dice around would still kill him because it just switches the units with the tens.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's
wonderful.
Still, Yeah, so it's still 66. You'd still insta-kill him.
I rolled 6 sixes. 666, like the number of the beast. I'm clearly just...
Okay.
The gambler gives...
The gambler,
Yeah.
the gambler taketh away.
Like, if those guys come in, because I know out of character that's going to happen, then all you have to do is just like wipe your hand on the face. We may as well go down swinging.
Yeah.
Right then, well, he's going to be a great source of info.
Can I... I've still got an action, quick
Well,
action.
There's no threat left, so for the moment or two, we don't need initiative. I'll say you've got, because like that was a little bit of a chat. So you've got like maybe 2 minutes before we know a bunch of dudes are going to
I've
barrel
never
in.
succeeded so hard, so badly. It's like,
Yeah.
Succeeded to fail.
yeah. I look at Kashar, and there is a flash of panic in what is normally quite a grizzled like demeanor. I'm like, oh shit, that was not intentional. I look at my arm like, I think the piston malfunctioned. I did not intend that whatsoever.
Have you worn it out?
I don't know. Okay.
Well,
and I said, like, look,
we don't have time to do shit. We just need to, like, just take anything that looks like it might be his personal computer or something.
That's on the desk.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have a safe in here?
You want to make some kind of check to look around frantically?
Yeah, let's hope it's not a retina scan, though, eh? He's still got his fingerprints, right? Those are still on there? You didn't punch those off?
No, he did not punch his fingerprints off.
So, yeah, I would like to do observation. I'm terrible at that.
Sure.
And
If Zellion, well, it's up to you, James. Is Zellion sort of shell-shocked at what he's just done? Or
Yeah, I don't want to kill people.
Sure.
I'm like...
I'm definitely going to kill this guy. Oh, no, I killed this guy.
No, like, I didn't... There's a difference between saying I'm going to kill you to actually put your hand through someone's head.
That is true. You wanted to use the clean bullets so don't get your hand messy, and now your hand's messy. And in advance, no, I don't want to push the roll.
You can if you want.
Oh, well, I don't need to because I got 2 6s.
You got 2 6s?
I did. I was very surprised by that.
Let me see.
What is going on?
Zellion's truly shell-shocked. Like, shit.
I'm shell-shocked. Like, as soon as I rolled a 6 on the 10s, I was like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
I've read the crit table.
He's a murderer. Murderer.
Oh, yeah, you need to like hide him under a curtain before Carvis comes in. Or at least like find an ornament and put his head on that and pretend he fell over or something.
I'm going to put a gun in his hand and fire around at the chamber. He killed himself. Shot himself in the head.
Those guys must be really scary.
A fist-shaped bullet hole.
I'll shoot him in the head.
Yeah, you know, it's
in the remnants.
Close range shot, one of those expanding bullet things. It happens all the time.
Yeah, luckily I'm not good at knowing that kind of stuff, so I'll be fine. I'm sure.
Bollocks.
Dear diary, today did not go so well.
All right. So,
I wish it was D&D that I can go like, oh, non-lethal.
it reminds me of a WFRP game I played with Graham where I wanted to knock somebody out gently on the floor and smash their face into a cobble and killed them. Cobblestone.
So if you ever played the second edition of WFRP, when you rolled like your D10 for damage, if you rolled a 10, it was called like Ulrich's Fury, and you rolled again.
Exploded.
And they rolled like 4 times and did it like the life force times 3 damage to somebody's skull. So I was like, well now.
Yeah.
So Millie is correct. It does happen. So.
Yeah. All right. So, you find Kashar a couple of tags, so some money transactors. You find a couple of them. You find a small tabula, like a personal tabula. There is the desk tabula, the desk computer, which looks like it. It's a little bit too big to sort of put in your purse and run out the door.
Yeah, I left my big sack that says swag on at home.
Yeah.
Shocking, really.
And then also, it also looks like it's like a cloud-based computer as well. So
yeah, we checked it out last time.
Yeah.
I only found work stuff on it. I failed to data gin it.
So yeah, you find his like, I guess, I don't know, his PDA tabular kind of thing, and some Burr transactors.
Did it tell you how much is on them?
You look over them, and there is 3,500 Burr between them all.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is quite a bit.
Are you right? So this is a bit of meta because I thought you would survive slightly longer. You've got about 90 seconds before the timelines rejoin. Are you going to stay here and wait for?
Is there a window or anything? Because
No.
I really, because we like Kashar and Zillion don't know anyone's coming, but we do know we don't want to leave a dead body where people might find it.
He has
before
also pointed to a camera in the corner of the room. Remember?
Yeah. I was
Oh, yeah.
Say to Kashar, like, we need to make sure that we wipe all trace. And
That's
if
a
you
good
can,
point.
put some kind of
The other
like
thing.
data ginny program into his personal computer. If I don't know if you can do it, that wipes his records, clears the accounts of all the debts and creditors, and messes up his finance. Basically, anyone that's paying money in, pay that money out to them.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. Yeah. So first of all,
The other thing, further up the corridor, remember when we were coming down this corridor, a little bit further up and on the other side was the staff room.
Staff room, yeah.
So if you wanted to do like the old switch, like you go hide in the staff room, they barrel down, then you barrel out. That's a way to... Does that make sense?
I think if you can stay here and data gin this computer, I'm going to grab the body. I'll jet to the staff room.
weekend at Yousseff's. That's what we can call it.
Yousseff's.
And I'm going to like attempt when I get there to forge some kind of conceivable, like the fridge fell on his head or something. Just tip the fridge on top of him.
Well, he's already been shot, though.
No, he's not been shot. He's been punched, blunt force trauma.
Look,
Did you not shoot him in the face with his own gun to try and hide you punching?
No,
No.
I've not done that yet.
Okay,
I will drag him to the thing and then like topple the fridge on top of his head. So it looks like a tragic accident while he's reaching for a Musa Cola.
Okay, all right.
And then if I
Let's say he's reaching for a Mutsa Pepsis.
yeah,
Pep shawarma.
Let's
That's what it
Let's
is.
target the right brand here.
and then I'll say to Kashara, if you can do it, Jim, while I do that, if I see anyone, I can always come up behind them and then we can pinch the movement them.
Okay.
But
Yeah. So Kashai would definitely want to stay and find where the camera feed is going
Sure.
and just,
Sure,
remove
sure.
it from existence.
All right, so Zelian drags poor Yousseff's body down the corridor and into the staff room.
if I'd like to, if possible, pick him up and like wrap my cloak around his head a little bit so that I don't leave a trail of goo, that it just looks like it's there.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's doable.
And I'll clean up the wall a little bit as well.
All right, so
I've
we've
just
only
seen
got 90
Bubble
seconds here.
Reggie's
Let's not
idea. That's
override what we're
great.
doing with
I think
90
we should
seconds.
totally do Bubble Reggie's idea. Say he fell over. That's completely plausible.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I'm just going to fall over and then the fridge
Everybody
fell on his
knows
head.
he's clumsy,
Yeah.
just some damage from the drinking or drugs or something, yes.
Yeah.
All right, so you wrap his head in a cloak, your cloak that Kashar was wearing.
Yeah. Rip it off, hook him over my shoulder, run to the staff room.
All right, that's so yeah, and then Kashar is like, all right, time to go to work.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's rock and roll.
let's make a
this is
data gin roll.
Data gin, so that's... I do 7 dice.
Oh, man.
Victim of your own success, James.
I am.
I love it when the dice.
I got 1 success.
All right, so we're trying to get into his personal
Oh no, I wanted to see where the camera feed goes.
Oh, the camera feed. Okay.
The personal thing can wait till later. I've got time for that.
So
but the camera's apparently live, so let's get rid of it, eh?
yeah. So the camera is blinking. It's recording in the corner of the room. You kind of get onto the desk tabula. It's a cloud computer, or whatever Coriolis calls cloud computing. What might it be? Like, I don't know, Aurora Borealis computing or something.
It's in the nebula.
Yeah, the nebula. There we go. The nebula computing. And it's a live feed, so it's going somewhere and appearing on a screen somewhere.
Yes. Can I find out where it was that I wanted?
No.
But I can at least verify it is definitely a live feed.
Yes, it's definitely a live feed. It's appearing on a screen somewhere. They might be recording it at the other end. You can't tell what's happening with
Can I turn it off?
Sure. For one success, you realise it's live. It's recorded. It's going somewhere, and you lean forward and go, beep, and the camera. You see the red light go off, and it's like the tabula come up with you've disconnected camera 23. Yeah.
Okay, no worries then.
You got about 30 seconds.
Yeah, I see. I know that, but Kishara doesn't, does she? So she'd be wanting to rifle all the secrets out and ferret out anything that might be worth money. I'll try the same thing on his own PDA. What's
Right.
it?
So you sit down in the chair. You sort of begin in case it's geo-locked or something, and try and get into that.
One success.
Okay. So the password is like Youseff, but he's used a 4
Cyrillic letters or something.
instead of an A or something, a 3. He's been dead elite. So you open up that. You can see that there's a couple of messages. You know, he mentioned like the Birbasil. Okay. There's a couple of messages to the Birbasil. Somebody called Birbasil. Let me see if I can find their first name.
So I'm going to use the thing I used with that Musa Cooler rep thing, where I just plugged my USB in to copy it all across to somewhere I can look at later.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, that makes life easier. So you begin to download everything that's
I
on
imagine
there.
the speed would be pretty quick.
Yeah, it'll be pretty quick. Meanwhile, in the kitchen, in the staff room, you've got this body. You just chuck it on the floor and knock over the staff fridge.
I want to pull the fridge onto his head, yeah.
Okay, yeah, give us... I don't even think you need to make a roll for this.
I mean, I can make a strength roll if you want.
No, you've just killed
Absurdity
someone
roll.
with one push, with one roll, so I don't think you need to do that. You
A
can
surrealism roll.
Yeah.
staging the crime scene roll.
CSI Coriolis.
Are there any like cups of water or anything anywhere? Like,
Yeah, there's some bottles of Musa Cola Light, which is basically
yeah,
water.
I'm just gonna splash some of that on the floor as if he slipped, and it's a tragic. He slipped and tried to grab the fridge for support, and it's fallen on him, and he's died.
All right, so you do that. I should.
It's obviously a suicide.
Oh gosh.
Laid down under the fridge and went, "This is how I want to die." Smack.
Yeah, if you got string, tie some strings to the door handle and around his wrist, then it'll
Yeah.
Found a
totally.
tooth in his mouth. He had a toothache.
Yeah.
He needed to pull the door closed. It's all got horribly complicated very quickly.
Yeah.
All right, so you do that. You thing as you like knock the fridge, the refrigeration unit here over onto the dead body of Youseff. That's where you hear like the bash of the staff door and the noise of that fridge was 2 days from retirement. Well done, Bob Orange. And the noise of the casino gets louder because of the doors. Suddenly you can hear people cheering and the louder. And this sort of like up the back, let's go. kind of
That's
thing.
one way to ice someone. That's a great joke.
I was hoping to like go into the kitchen and make a cold as ice joke about him, but it's been done now. So.
Pull the fridge on him and go, you should have stayed cool. Let's make fridge puns.
Yeah. But yeah, you hear these voices
He
and
was a
this
smeg.
this noise as a number of people run up the corridor. And Kashar, you hear this as well. So these three dudes barrel into the room. We kind of see in the office like Kashar maybe sat there with her feet up on the desk or something,
Yeah,
like
I'm totally
proper
chill
chill.
about this shit.
And they run in and they what have they got here? Ooh, okay. So the first dude, the guy who's first through the door, he has like a Vulcan pistol. He pulls it out from like his jacket pocket and go, "The fuck are you? Where's Youseff?"
And I'll attempt to be just cool as a cucumber and like just put my feet on and say, "Oh, I'm really sorry. I don't do any of the business things. Youseff does it all."
And then they say, they look at you. They go, "We saw you in. Where's your big friend?" With the, and he sort of gestures like with the fist, with the hand. We saw you on the camera when he pressed the panic button. Where's Youseff? Where's the big dude?
Are you here to rescue me? Oh, thank God for that.
And he turns around.
He's gone to find some, what was it called? Oil, yeah, he went to get some oil for it.
He turns around to the dudes behind him and says, "Go and check down the corridor."
Yes, please do.
Yeah.
He's dangerous, though. Well, sort of.
So what does Zillion do? What does Zillion do there?
Do I see the people go?
Yeah,
go past.
They barrel down, so you see like the light change across the doorway. They're not kind of so you see that kind of thing. They know, or they've obviously seen the live feed and know that something was going on. But they've left before you've punched him in the face because they've come to help him.
That's cool.
So there's obviously a gap in their knowledge.
I would want to go and help Kashar. If they've barreled into that room, I would want to make sure that she's not in trouble getting beaten up or whatever. So, but I wouldn't just run in. Can I just get to the can I get to the edge of the staff room and kind of just see what they're doing? And if I can see that one of them's coming, like that there's not an obvious sign of a fight and one's coming towards the staff room, I'd like to wait with my back kind of to the door so that they come in and I get a jump on them.
Oh yeah, okay. So they barrel down. You wait a moment, so obviously with the Legion you've done fighting in people's houses training. They barrel down. You then stick your head out and you can hear him. You can hear him shout along the lines of, "Where's Youseff? We saw you on the camera. Where's the big dude? Go and check that. Saw the door back there. Go and check in the other room." And that's where you see one of the thugs, one of the guys, turn around and walk back down. And he goes, he as you dive in, he reaches into his like jacket for something, but that's when you have to sort of stand back and.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and hide behind a potted fern or something, whatever is in the room that would at least give, even if it's like behind if the door's open, just behind the door, just so he can kind of walk in and I can get behind him.
All right.
Just tell him that you're not the metal-armed mercenary he's looking for.
Just do a little mind trick.
Yes.
Wrong mystic powers.
Yeah.
What do we...
I wonder if I can use my manipulation to be like, "Oh my God, he fell!" and the fridge. What?
Depends what you're trying to do with sneak, I guess, because it's if you want to attack him, it depends on what you want to attack him with. So
attack him with my charisma. I want to be like, "It's such a tragedy."
So, do you want to make an infiltration roll to try and hide so you can sneak attack him, or you?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
I would like to.
Or are you actually going to try and have a conversation with the dude?
If I can convince him that the fridge fell on Zillion, I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to talk to him.
I like that. It's just occurred to me, this is a good idea and I can do it.
Right. Okay. So,
I'm going to take a moment.
Charisma's your strong stat, right?
Yeah, empathy too. Damn right.
Yes.
I'm going to take a moment and pray to the gambler and say, this is the biggest risk I've ever taken. Give me the power to convince this guy that, and I'm going to take my gambler's talent and give you a darkness point.
Why don't you roll the dice first and then do it?
Oh, I will as well.
Right. Well, yeah. Wait for. Don't just give me a darkness point. Yeah. Wait.
I know I'm going to fail it, but yeah.
Okay. Committed frigicide.
Yeah.
All right. So this dude comes in, and you see the blade of a Jura knife. Dear gambler, YOLO, I guess. I love RPGs. I love playing RPGs. So you see the blade of a Jura knife come through first. Like, clearly he's not done the training where you lead through the door with your weapon so someone can break your arm and steal it, kind of thing. And he's like, oh shit, Youseff? And
and I look at him like, I know, right?
And he's sort of like, and whirls around, points his blade up towards you as he's sort of crouching down at the fridge.
And I say, wait, the floor's slippery. That's what happened to Youseff.
And that's where I'd like you to make the manipulation test.
So I have empathy 2, so...
Is this an opposed test, or is it just based on the number of successes?
No, it is opposed. I am making a manipulation roll for the gang member.
Well, I rolled a 5 and a 4, so...
There you go, you got 9. That's better than 6.
All right. So, he got no successes either.
Cool.
Do you want to use your gambler talent to have successes
Yes.
and then therefore win this opposed test? Or do you want to leave... Okay.
More than anything, I want him to believe that the fridge killed Youseff.
Okay, so I'll take that darkness point. Frigicide is now known side effect of drinking Musicola. It's
I think
chill.
that,
I clearly see that it's Musa Pepsis that is all over the floor.
It is. They aimed at sweet and sour, but they got sweat and sour, so it's not quite as tasty. And he dropped his can, it went everywhere. Off he went.
So this dude, like, looks at you, looks at the fridge on the floor, looks at the water spill, and like the blood and stuff that's still seeping out of Youssef's head.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Nice.
dude, wait, what are we going to tell his kids?
Oh, no.
I've known him for years.
Thanks, Millie.
Wow.
I think
I came here because I thought you guys were pals.
Yeah. We were friends. I was roughing him up. Like, I'd not seen him in a while. And we were having this like play fight, and he said he was going to go get us some drinks and get some Musa Pepsis, and he should have got Musa Cola. I told him to stock the right stuff, but he insisted on the. And he.
Hey, look! In blind taste tests, 8 out of 10 people prefer Pepsis over Musa.
kill him just for that.
But he came in and like we were joking, and then he slipped, and the fridge fell, and you walked in, and it's all gone terrible. I was like, The good thing is that Zillion looks genuinely like
shocked.
out, like I just don't know what happened.
Wiping blood across forehead.
So Carvus, by now, these guys have been in this back area for at least a minute. There should be gunfight, there should be screaming, the place should be on fire. We should be having, like, Coriolis guards arriving any second kind of thing. But it's not happening like that.
See, because we are reliable and trustworthy compatriots.
Jayla is obviously, like, she's, like, obviously aware that she's a reporter, right? So she's got good observations. She's seen these guys running into the back. Where your secretary, your manager, whatever we're deciding Kashar is. So she's a bit like, is everything... Should we go and... What's going on?
Not sure. But it doesn't feel right. I'm gonna have to see what's going on. But I'll tell them, like, we're here. It's too quiet. Especially for the thugs that just went through. I'm just going to have a quick look, and I will, like, carefully. I'm not good at stealth, but I'm not going to like barge up. I'm going to like carefully walk up and see if I can like hear what's going on.
Can I?
Okay.
While I'm in the room, can I make an observation check for a wet floor sign? Just.
What are you going to do? Eat it? But nothing to see here.
I mean,
I just want to put it next to the body as if I'm like, hey, don't let yourself get in the same situation.
Right. Okay. So yeah, make an infiltration roll. We'll see how carefully how much you make your way up that way.
What's it based off?
Infiltration is agility, I believe.
It is, yes.
Okay, so 2. Cool. Let's see. I got 1-6.
Nice, well done.
So you make your way across the casino, up past the bar. The staff you can see are clearly like on edge. They don't stop you because anybody who's going to walk into a room where a bunch of they know who these guys are. They're a bit like, all right, your funeral preacher kind of thing, and you make your way up the road, up the corridor, and you can hear somebody go, "What are we going to tell his kids?" kind of thing, and maybe a bit of like sobbing, and then from the corridor up ahead you hear a bloke shout something like, I don't know what this guy's name is. Let's find a nice...
While you're looking it up, I like to imagine that the way Kara's crossed the room was whenever someone looked at him, pretending to be like a living statue. And then when they weren't looking, because you like wear shiny gold. So.
Yeah. Just like that.
Yeah. Like, what time is it, Mr. Wolf? Oh, man.
And yeah, so somebody from like the far end of this corridor shouts partway down, and they're clearly keeping their eye on something. They shout down, Sharif, what's going on? And you see this dude sort of get up, step into the corridor, again not looking at you, and he goes, It's Yousseff's buddies. It was some sort of... He's dead. The fridge fell on him. Which just sort of...
I'm so glad Kishore wears a face mask. Okay, I really that. Oh. Well, instead of like...
Which these two dudes, you can see immediately, like, there's like, what? And the
I'll
big,
drop something.
The big
like
dude,
I'm shocked.
The big dude who had the gun on Kashar turns around and literally storms out of the room. Like, the what? And then that's where he clocks you, preacher. That's where he clocks you, Carvis, and goes, "This is no place for you. This is staff only. Get out."
I'm confused to what's going on. We're supposed to have a meeting with Youseff soon. My companions were organising a meeting.
And he looks at you and he goes, "Who are you?" And this is
Carvers.
when the other dude steps out of the thing, Sharif, and he goes, Look, he's dead, man. Youssef's dead. Should I text? Should I... How...
Yes, text his family. Someone tell him to do that.
Yes. And so there's this whole kind of moment where there's like, what do you slightly crazy kind of moment where they're a bit like, what do you mean? And this backwards and forwards. The two guys come down to see the fridge on... I'll
come as well, because obviously I don't know what's happened. I'll be like, when the third guy leaves, I'll be like going up to him, like put my hand on his arm. Did he just say Yousseff's dead? No. Come on.
All right, make a manipulation roll for me, please, Kashar.
That's all right. Do I get negative dice for this? No. I get 3. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, no successes.
No successes? Would you like to push the roll?
No, if he questions it, I'd just say I'm so shocked I don't know what to say or do.
So the guy kind of... he scowls at you like she's laying this on a bit thick. I'm not like he definitely gives you a bit of a side eye kind of thing, and then heads down to see the dead body of their mate Youseff. The dude who was originally pointing the gun at Kashar, he pulls out his tabula. He presses some kind of speed dial or something, and he walks like back towards the office, like clearly he's reporting in to someone.
Does Kashar know that? Is that obvious what he's doing?
Yeah, he's come down, he's looked in the room, he probably walks past you and the other dude, like, and the other dude sort of moves back out the way, clearly this dude is in charge. And he's like talking on his tabula.
I'm going to make it to the kitchen then.
Waiting for someone to pick up kind of thing.
Who's in the kitchen?
Everybody except this dude on the tabula.
I don't know if we want to stop him making that phone call.
Well, I think we do, but so I thought there was the one other thug with him. So we just moved out of the way in the corridor.
So one thug came to meet Zellian and the dead body.
One thug went to market.
One thug went to Rome. One thug, yeah, right. So originally, Kashar,
Yep.
2 thugs.
Yes.
Zellian, dead body, 1 thug.
Yep.
Yeah? 2...
One left to go
Thug in charge goes to check what Zellian is true, leaving Kashar and a thug, and then Kashar comes down to look with the other thug. Yeah. As Kashar and the thug arrive at the kitchen, dude in charge pulls out his tabula and walks back towards the office. In a, oh shit, I'm going to have to tell my boss. This doesn't seem like what we thought was happening is happening, but Youssef's still dead. Kind of thing.
Okay, I guess I will try and make eye contact with Carvis and Zillion and kind of like nod at the 2 that are in here.
Right. Is it go time? Is that what we're saying?
Well, we're about to be like busted, so we may as well initiate the combat, I think, because I mean they're going to come back and say, "Well, now you punched him in the face and killed him. We are very unhappy and we'll write a letter of complaint to your mum." At the very, very extreme edge of the outcomes that might be possible, that's potentially there. So we probably should either run or kill.
So there's
3.
you 2 plus 2 thugs in the kitchen.
Yes.
I'm in the hallway and there's a dude who's just gone into the other room by himself.
Yes.
Yeah, opposite
yes.
end of the hall to you.
Right.
Unless you can fry his electronics for him.
I don't have that power. If I did, I would.
You can exercise his demons.
Exercise his demons. I'm sure you're full of them.
Doug the thug.
Mm-hmm.
It depends. Like, do I see you with murderous intent in your eyes, or can I see? I can't see your eyes behind a veil.
Well, I mean, I would probably like just slightly lift my cloak to indicate where my pistol is, and then just nod at the 2 guys and.
Yeah.
Those other 2 guys are like, oh,
Yeah,
Lady of Tears, take him to your embrace. This is.
I get that,
you
but
know,
the
that
guy's a
kind of
massive
thing, like-
scumbag. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
a
but
little
but
with
it's their
Zillion.
mate.
I'm a little bit with Zillion on this, so you know.
But they're and they look like what? What was he? Someone should have put a wet floor sign down here and that kind of stuff. And
Kill them with that.
And I'm
maybe
putting one out, like...
maybe one of them heads out to the bar to go and like give the staff a rollicking. Like, you should tidy up your staff room kind of thing. So yeah, one of them heads out onto the bar to go and find a staff member to take his aggression out on. Zellion is like genuinely in
I'm
shock.
just sort of stood staring at the fridge.
Either we have a third 3-on-3 fight because there's a camera and they're going to know that he didn't really die by fridge.
Or do you
Yeah.
do you be like, look, we have to go, we can't be seen here. We have a preacher
up to
who's
you.
at a shady casino, and
We can run or fight. Kashard would probably rather just disappear and come back as somebody else, but I mean they're going to be
Don't
following us, so I don't really.
Yeah, based on the fact that you just showed me your gun, I kind of feel like I'm probably going to indicate that as a let's it's time to deal with this problem.
Oh, it's time for the Sword of Thundera. We haven't had a fight in 5 sessions. I don't think we're made of hobos.
I'm going to head to the room where the guy is.
Okay.
I assume I can hear him like getting ready to talk or talking on the.
Yes, so he's like, no, I need to talk to them now. No,
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Like, it's okay. Yeah, I'll hold. Go and get them, kind of thing. Like he's going through several layers of like, no, you can't talk to Big Boss Nass or whatever.
I want to walk into that room where he is, and
he does that. He does that. He just puts his finger up to you, and
right
it's back to you. He puts his fingers up, and he's still talking.
Close the door behind me, and take out my sword and activate it. Can I have a word?
Oh, okay. All right. So as Carvus Carvus closes one door, what does Zellion do with the guy who's like, Youseff, man, I'll tell you,
Yeah.
You know, that kind of
You'll
thing.
see me actually like taking out the rod, which turns into the sword as I walk in through the door.
Yeah. What does Zellion do?
I'm genuinely torn. I was intending to beat him up, absolutely. The whole like punching a hole in his head was a little bit much.
Uh-huh.
And I think, given that my personal problem is like incredible PTSD due to
Extreme violent situation. Yeah.
I feel like it should trigger that. Like I have some kind of.
You know what?
Really, because I feel like Zellion would have like a really bad like flashback reaction to just this ultimate gore and like.
I will spend the darkness point to trigger your personal problem as Zellion is clearly having some sort of like PTSD flashback.
Like Nam flashback, yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm just gonna look at him like he was so young. He had his life and his kids, and violence came to him when he didn't want it.
And the
death
dude
is all around us, and just like my hands kind of gripping.
Right, so yeah, you're and then this other dude is trying to walk, like he's about to pass Kishar as he heads out to find a staff member to be like, you should clean up. You've just cost my friend his life. You terrible scumbags.
Okay, where's the other guy? The third guy?
One guy with Carvus, one guy with Zellion, one guy maybe
walking past me.
Half a meter at most away from you right now, still in the corridor.
Do I think I can kill someone in one go with a Vulcan cricket?
It depends on your crit.
I mean, like, am I shooting a Derringer or like a Desert Eagle?
I killed someone with my hand.
Oh, yeah. I'll probably kill several generations in one go with it.
Crits are deadly in this game, right?
Well, I'm not rolling that many sixes, so I feel comfortable shooting people if I wish.
We won. Have you got the stats for your Vulcan cricket on there?
I do. It's damage to crit to bonus +1.
Alright, so if you get one success, you will do 2 damage.
Mm-hmm.
If you get 2 more successes, you can crit him or do 2 more damage.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how deadly it is. You can base that off like your hip. You know, these guys look burly and tough.
If you super crit, you can spend extra successes to re-roll the crit dice.
Mm-hmm.
There's up to the extra 6s, so you can try and get the kill.
Alright. So I think because of the way this is played out, we're all going to get one sort of, without infiltration rolls, one sort of sneak attack. However, Zellion is having some sort of panic and doesn't. Yeah?
That's fine.
Alright, so we'll start with Carvus. This guy, he's on the tabula. He goes, he glances over his shoulder at you, not taking in like the full scene, puts his hand up and goes, just wait, preacher. No, I'm ready. I'm listening, kind of thing.
I want to, I'll draw my sword to get his attention. Be like, I need to talk.
No, he doesn't. He's like, just wait, preacher, kind of thing.
Right.
Kill his
In
phone.
which case, I will just smash the phone out of his hand with the like blunt end of my sword.
Yeah.
He's gonna cut his hand off like.
Shoof. Yeah. He gets a
No,
robot
Luke
hand.
Skywalker him.
He joins the dark side.
Yeah, I'm not trying to chop his hand. I'm trying to just I'm trying to disarm him, basically.
Well, I wasn't trying to kill a guy, so good luck.
I'm not going to spend it on a crit. So it's a melee attack. I'm looking at 4 for strength, 1 for my melee, and then 2 for my sword. So I get 7. I'm going to push. Because I've got no 6s.
Oh no. What you get, like 8 6s now?
Maybe.
Cut the whole space
Better.
station.
I've got 2 6s.
Okay.
So I'll do 3 damage to him.
Yeah.
Which I have to. With the blunt end of my sword to like really bruise and maybe like fracture his hand.
Yeah, so
And then I want to spend an extra success to disarm the tabula out of his hand.
Sure, yeah, so you sort of swing in, you kind of hit him, smacks into the side of his head, so it's sort of like that kind of jarring, maybe slight concussion kind of thing. The tabula flies across this shitty room into the other side of the desk, scatters around, and he staggers. That would be 2 points. Did you want to follow it up with like an underhand quick -2 attack, or?
No, I will keep my action point in case I need to defend.
Okay. Kishar.
I suppose I don't know what's going on in that room.
You've seen Carvus
I've seen him take out the sword.
take out the baton that turns into his mercurial sword, walk in and go, "A word, please," kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll assume Carvus will talk him to death. I guess I am going to fire my gun then.
And you're just going to turn around and shoot this dude who's about to go and...
Well, I don't know what else to do. I mean, they're eventually going to find out the boss is dead.
No, they know the boss is dead.
No, the other boss.
Mm-hmm.
Phone call is not connecting.
No. Yeah, make a...
And I have no skills that apply. I can't manipulate anybody. Unless he wants like me to hack someone for him.
Make a ranged. Make a shoot roll.
Alright then. So the +1 bonus, is that an extra dice then?
No, that's your initiative.
Oh, okay. In which case my initiative was 5.
Oh no, it does have a +1 bonus and a +2 initiative bonus. So it does.
Oh, okay.
it's
+1 bonus. There you go.
separate.
Yeah, +1.
Yeah, it's +1 dice.
Sure.
So I'm actually alright at shooting stuff. I get 2, 7, 8.
Okay.
I got 2 successes.
Do you want to push that? Is that enough?
Well, it's a start. 2 successes.
2 successes. So what's the base damage?
2.
2. Do you want to use your extra success to do another damage, or do you want to try and do anything else with it?
I can't do... What else
can't
can I do?
activate a crit. I think your crit is 2. So
It is, yeah.
Right.
I'll just shoot harder.
So you just do 3 points of damage as you shoot him. Do you want to try a quick shot or anything else, or are you going to keep yours like Carvus's to defend in case he turns around and rushes you?
Ah, no, I'll just shoot him again.
Okay. So it's -2 to this roll.
Okay. I got 1 success, which is another 2 damage.
Do you want to push that?
No, I think 5 damage sounds like quite a lot. I've no idea what anyone has for hit points, but
Do they have any armor or anything? That's the thing.
And they don't look like they're wearing armor. They look like they've just got sort of...
I mean, I've only
jackets and
got
shirts.
8, so you must be at least half dead.
All right, and and Zelian, the dude who's on the floor, sort of like, yeah, he wasn't that young, but yeah. Suddenly, when there's like I don't know what noise a Vulcan cricket makes. I think
Chirp,
it's
chirp.
a chirp.
It's I was reading about them before. They fire rocket, like little miniature rockets, so it's a bang.
Boof. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's
We'll
some
do it
sort
comic
of
book style.
sound barrier,
Kablamo!
boof, boof,
Yeah.
kind of thing,
Yeah.
which is not the music of in the casino. It's not in beat.
I got the BPM wrong.
Yeah, you definitely got the BPM wrong. And then we'll roll some initiative. Initiative.
New initiative.
Yes, please. Because
Cool.
Carvus is going to roll one.
Yeah. I rolled a 1. I am slow.
All right.
Another 5.
What'd you get, Kishar?
I got 4.
4. All right.
4 again.
5, 4, and... This is what. All right, so the thugs, unless Zelly, you've got, oh, mind you, you've got your fist. So unless you're going to turn around and swing at him with your fist, they'll go first. Unless you can beat a 6.
I can if I draw my pistol or
Drawing your pistol though will be a quick action, so you won't have that for this round of initiative. Does that make sense?
Yeah. If I unarmed attack him, can I like grab him rather than hit him?
You want to grapple him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fairly sure that's an opposed melee roll.
Yeah.
That's
It's
cool.
opposed melee combat.
Yeah. So yeah, you can just like jump him and try and wrestle him.
Yeah.
Melee combat.
So I kind of shove him against the wall.
Open the fridge door, shove him in it.
No, the fridge is face down on Youseff.
Yeah. Is there an oven in here?
No, there's a microwave.
That'll do.
I go for a combo between Jackie Chan and Bottom.
Bottom,
what-
for people who aren't from the UK, is an excellent slapstick comedy show. It was on BBC Two.
Brilliant.
Rick
Mayo and
Mail
Adrian
Aid,
Edmondson.
yeah, Aid Edmondson. Check it out if you are.
One
into it.
success.
He also gets one success. So there's this sort of like backwards and forwards kind of scuffle. So you're both kind of engaged with your. I think that is a grapple 3 actions. Is a grapple a slow?
Yeah.
Or is it a slow action?
It's let me just check. A normal action.
Normal action. So you still got one AP left if you wanted to get a.
I just want to tell him like, Youssef's dead, man. Youssef's dead. Don't risk your own life. Like you've got. Like there's more to live for.
You want to make
Just
a manipulation roll?
yeah, that's fine.
I'll give you +1.
All right. Well, hey, one success.
So there's this moment where he does kind of glance down at Youseff, and we'll take one of his AP away as a kind of
Yeah,
thing.
that's fine.
So he's got 2 AP. He's going to continue He's going to try and force you off, like push you across the room, because they'll go on. They'll go on 6, unless anybody's weapons will push them higher than that. I don't think so. All right, so he's going to try and push you across the room, Zellian, which is another opposed melee.
Check. 6, yeah.
Do these guys have armor by any chance?
They don't know. They
No.
don't have any armor. I am going to spend a darkness point to re-roll that, because that was poor.
Poor.
And so was that.
Well, I got 0 successes.
Alright, so this scuffle continues unless you would like to push.
Yeah, I want him to reconsider his life choices. Don't make my mistakes. 2 successes.
Alright. So this scuffle continues. He falls to the floor, kind of thing, right next to dead Youseff.
What a gruesome sight.
Yeah. The dude with Carvus, he sort of like his hand, the thing has gone over on the floor. He's going to turn around and try and unarmed strike you.
Oh, okay.
He's just going to turn around and backhand you or something.
Right.
As he is familiar with. What is he going to do? Wrong page. Thanks.
I think I prefer the term previously alive.
Previously alive, Yosha. So that would be 6 dice. Alright, so he connects. Do you have an armor roll?
I do. I have armor 3. I have protective clothing.
Excellent. Do you want to make an armor roll? Because he gets 1 success, which will be 1 damage.
Yep. I get no successes on my armor.
All right, so he...
I will choose to defend, but I'm
Okay.
going to do a counter attack and take the damage.
Oh, okay. So he hits you full on. Like,
Yeah.
he backhands you. Like, you're some sort of courtesan he does not like as he smacks you. Counterattack away, my friend.
Yep. I do. 1 second. Make sure I've got the thing right.
Oh, I'm about to drop my books on the floor. Youseff is pining for the fjords.
Are we moving into the Monty Python Dead Parrot sketch?
I think we are.
Yep. Yep.
All live streams descend into Monty Python.
Pushing up fridges. That's what we need to call this episode. Pushing up fridges. At this time, I decided to write down stuff as we go so I could suggest an episode title when you asked me, but pushing up fridges is my current favourite.
Right. I've got 2 successes
Alright.
on my counter attack.
Alright, so what damage does that do to him?
The weapon does 3 damage,
Alright, so that would be 4.
and I will use the extra success to strike fear into him. And
Can you do
I
that?
will.
How
Yes,
do you do that?
it's part of the attacks. You can spend your extra successes to inflict stress rather than damage.
Ooh.
Alright, so
Um,
you're going to use the extra success to do stress damage rather than physical damage.
Yeah,
Alright,
yeah.
so what was the normal damage?
3.
3. Alright, so he falls to the floor broken. You can see in his face he is like, oh, what the hell is going on here? This is not the normal procedure. Normally he's the
Yeah.
alpha here, and here is a preacher giving him a schooling. Right, so Kashar, you shoot this guy twice. He obviously whirls around. You can see he is like part of it is stained the front of his shirt. You can see he's pretty injured. He turns around, he charges at you, and as he's charging, let me just check.
You get bonus stuff for charging, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was that far away. I thought it was like right next to me, bang.
He's still within close, but he's gonna.
Yeah, it wouldn't be melee, otherwise you get -3 to your ranged weapon attacks.
Let me just check. I wanna.
Wow.
Kashars.
+2 to melee combat when you charge,
Yes, but he also has to draw a weapon, right?
which is 1 to draw a
Which is
weapon.
1, and
Yeah.
then he's just gonna want to try and charge at her and stab her.
Yeah, so you'd have to do a quick attack.
Quick attack, which would be -2.
So you'd be +2, but then -2, so it's
So it'd
just
just be fine.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he is gonna roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then what does his Jura knife give him? Alright. Right. So he runs forward at you, Kashar. As he's doing, he pulls this knife out of his jacket pocket and just attacks. He gets 2
Can
successes.
I use my talent about changing the dynamics of a scene, so perhaps he accidentally slips on some of the ice.
He draws a carrot instead of a knife.
No, because we're in the corridor.
Are we? I thought it was in the kitchen.
No, I thought we were in the
No.
corridor.
No, corridor. I'm in the kitchen with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sharif.
I thought I was shooting him in the doorway. So, okay, fine. Then yeah, no worries.
So he runs at you with this knife. He gets 2 successes, which is 3 damage. You can make an armor roll.
I don't believe I own such an expensive thing.
Do you not have any armor?
Um,
Protective clothing?
No, I had like 12 pence to my name to start with.
16 burr.
That's why I've been making Carvis buy all the things.
Alright, so you take 3 damage as he just charges forward and stabs you.
Okay.
Oof.
But it is your go.
Yes. Right, I didn't realise I wasn't in the kitchen, so now I'm in the corridor.
So yeah, you're in the corridor, Zellian's in the kitchen, and Carvis is in a room up ahead.
Well, I guess I am going to shoot him again then.
Alright. It's -3 because he is literally like close to you.
Right, am I allowed to back away or not?
It might get a swipe at you as you do.
Okay, no problems
Yeah.
then.
Actually, I don't think he has any AP. He doesn't have any AP left, so you might be alright.
No,
to do that.
he couldn't do it because he has no AP, but it's whether or not you want to. He could spend darkness points to
Yeah, I could
do
spend
it, I
darkness
guess.
points to do it, but.
Okay, well,
I think our first combat, I'll leave it.
I don't mind. I mean,
But now we know about it.
you can go for it.
No, it's okay. So you want to maybe just push back off him?
Well, I'm going to step back into the kitchen because I thought I was killing him in the kitchen, so there'd be no body in the corridor for anybody to see.
Yeah.
I literally thought it was in the doorway when I was shooting him. And where is it? I'm going to shoot him anyway.
He
No matter where he
is
is.
between you and the casino.
Yeah, he left to go shout at the staff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you might be
fine,
in the
whatever.
doorway of the kitchen, but he's between you and the casino.
Okay, well, I guess.
There's still a door between the casino and this.
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. I wanted to kill him as he was leaving the kitchen so that it wouldn't have to. No one would see a body. 5 plus 2 plus 1 is 8. So I will shoot him again. I get no. Oh no, that's one success there. I get 1 success.
Do you want to push the roll to get more successes?
No, that's okay. That is another 2.
All right, so you shoot him a couple more times. He becomes broken and drops to the floor. I think when you become broken, you also take an automatic crit. I think that's a free one. But I should check that because that would also mean Carvus gets to roll a crit on
You
the
cannot
dude.
perform any actions, may not test skills. All you can do is rather than pay and craft help. Further normal attacks will put you below 0, have no effect, but automatically
All right,
crit.
okay.
But
So
can crit, should say.
yeah, so any more attacks? So yeah, he drops to the floor. You can see him sort of slump against the wall, slide down, holding his insides in as he drops from this last shot. And finally, Carvus, this dude on the floor, looking at you in like shock, fear, fear of the icons, fear of his social standing in front of the boys, fragile masculinity, and all those other things we want to make a comment on right now. Yeah, looking at you in terror.
Do I not have a quick action left?
Oh, do you do? Yeah.
Yes.
Sure. Sorry.
Because-
Sorry, Carver.
Kashar is most annoyed. I'm leaving actual genetic material at a place that I've been. We cannot be having that, so I'm going to shoot him again.
Are you guys going to? All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Make a melee roll. Let's see if we hit. No, not a melee. A ranged roll.
Yeah.
It's -2 for a quick action there. Remember?
Yeah, I'm only rolling 6 instead of 8. I missed.
You missed. So you shoot the
I'm
wall
so
next
surprised
to him.
that I actually killed somebody,
You
or
can
at
push
least.
and try again if you want.
No, that's fine.
All right.
Next
So
round
yeah,
is okay.
Carvus. He looks at you in abject fear of the icons.
I will pick him up,
Mm-hmm.
drag him to the wall, and just like slam him into a wall, and be like, "You say nothing. You tell nobody anything, and you keep your mouth shut. And I won't tell them what I did to you." And then I will stab the tablet on the ground.
Sure. Make. I think this is a manipulation roll. You can have +2 because he's broken, and that's pretty fearsome. The path of the righteous is beset upon all sides.
That is 4 6s.
Wow.
I rolled 9 dice.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So this guy has a. He's not broken, but he has the equivalent. I think it's a breakdown. For like losing like those stress points kind of thing. Like you brain crit him, if you will.
Brain crit him.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
later on in this other book there are more rules for the stress and that kind of stuff. But yeah.
Or breakdown, yeah. So you collapse from fear or anxiety. Can only follow simple commands. Can't take any action that requires dice.
Uh-huh.
And it takes like D6 hours to recover from it.
Yeah, so he's like, I won't. Yeah, I'm sorry. I won't. They didn't even pick up, and he doesn't get a whole sentence out as he's just sort of like this gibbering wreck in front of you.
And then I'm like, leave now, run.
And almost as if he's on autopilot, he
Yeah.
goes to reach for his tabula, but it's got
Yeah.
your sword in it. And so he looks at you and then just sort of like does that kind of run, stumble a bit, so he's
Yeah.
on like all fours, climbs up and out into the corridor, and along the way. Zellion,
Yes.
you've got this dude. You've knocked him to the floor. He's looking a bit shocked because now he's face to face or face to smashed skull with Youseff. You can hear like somebody scrabbling in the corridor, and also Kashar is just shooting down the corridor. What do you want to do?
God, gunshots and death. This is not a good place. I want to look him straight in the eyes and just say, like, I don't know what happened here. Clearly, fridges are the enemy. Don't risk your life. Leave this kitchen and never return. Go start a farm on Algol. Go live a nice life on Mir. And Sharif, like, be the better man. And I'm just gonna like let go of him and then just like sit on the sofa and just like.
Okay. Yeah. Make a manipulation roll. You also can have +2. That's how this is played out.
1-6. Yeah, 2 2s, a 1 and a 6.
Yeah. All right. So he looks at you in that kind of and you can hear scrabbling in the corridor. As you hear this kind of scrabbling in the corridor, and maybe a groan from a dude further, like the other end.
Yeah.
You hear this sort of thing, and you see at the corner of your eye like the alpha thug sort of leaving. He's a little bit roughed up, and he's like, I think this dude is Sharif, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Sharif's the guy I was talking to.
Yeah, Sharif is like okay, and he kind of like the dude who's leaving sort of backs off in a like, don't mess with me anymore, pal. No quabble kind of thing, and backs out the door. He bumps into you, Kashar, in a like, oh crap kind of moment. Moves around you, looks at the dude you've killed, you've broken, and they head out into the casino. Kashar, what do you want to do?
I was going to shoot that guy, but he's already gone.
Well, he's moving out in. You could follow him out into the casino if you wanted.
I'm not going to shoot him in front of other people. So the only person that's left is the guy that already attacked me.
Yeah, the guy that already attacks you and is on the floor.
Okay. I will...
Probably bleeding out.
That's okay. I'll shoot him anyway then.
Alright. Make a ranged attack roll.
Just in case. I also am mortally wounded and I do not realise we're taking you with us. I get 2 successes.
Okay. So what's that? 4 damage? You want to roll a crit?
I guess so, yeah.
Because he's already broken.
I got a 24.
24. Crit table is page 96. What do you get? 24?
Teeth knocked out.
Alright, so you shoot him in the face. You see like his part of his jaw, his lips are sort of singed by this mini rocket that comes out of the cricket. Bits of bone and stuff and blood fall. Yeah. And he just groans and starts crying.
Okay then.
Carvus, you can hear another shot in the corridor. More things.
Sorry, if there's any, I guess I want to look around for bleach or something.
You want to clean the crime scene?
I just want to pour enough of it where I've been bleeding to remove any of my genetic material.
Can turn around and head into the kitchen and look for some cleaning products.
That'd be quite important for Kashar.
Sure, yeah. All right, you head past Zellion, who's sat on a couch looking a bit like, whoa.
Having a moment.
Yeah.
Not killed anyone in a long time.
Yeah.
So, is it my turn, sorry?
Yeah, I think at this point we're out of initiative because most of the threats have been dealt with. There's this guy bleeding out in the corridor.
I will head outside of this room because I'm sort of Do I just see this guy laying in the corridor between this door and the next door?
So between the staff room and the casino door is a dude sort of sat up against the wall, like he slid down the wall after being shot, and now he's sat on his butt using the wall as a rest.
Yeah.
He's got his hands on his gut and his hand on his face, and he's just sort of like, that kind of like, any moment now he's just going to like slump forward or something.
If I look to the left, can I see Zillion and Kashar?
No, they're not in the corridor. But if you stroll down and poke your head in the staff room, you can see Zillion sort of sat on the couch like, shit. And
I'm drinking a can of pep shawarma. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, and Kashar is going through like the cupboards, like moving staff cups.
Yeah, I'm also like holding my side where I was wounded.
Yeah, looking for some sort of cleaning product under the sink, kind of thing, and also a fridge with a dead guy under it.
I just wanna. Oh, I will go to this guy who looks like he's about to die on the wall and perform medicurgy on him.
Okay.
I'll go into my thing, take out my med kit.
Your blessed med kit.
I'm not wasting a blessed one on him. I'll use a normal one on him.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I'm same team. I don't get medicurgy.
I don't know you're dead yet.
You're not broken, so it doesn't matter.
I'm annoyed.
You have to do some sleeping, Kashar.
So it's medicurgy, which is it wits for medicurgy?
Yes, I think
it is.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
it's wits.
Wits plus medkit gives me bonuses. Oh wow, I got 2 6s.
Right, okay. So you spend a moment patching him up. Kashar finds cleaning products that will disinfect the area she was...
Yeah, I just need to degrade the
just
biological material.
And Zillion realizes that pep shawarma is not the same as Musacola.
No.
However
that is the
much...
biggest crime of today, you drinking that.
Yeah.
So this dude, he
indicates the shock.
Yeah, he sort of sits there. As you're tending to him, you realise he's got like his lips are like literally stained or tattooed black. Like it's not the lighting. It's something inherent in it's some kind of makeup and a bit of an antiseptic swab over his face. Doesn't clean it off, so it's something like they've gone to effort to make his lips stained this colour.
It's the well-known blacklit bitches gang.
I'll as I'm patching him up, I'll be like, once I'm done here and fixed you up and get you on your feet, you just leave here. We're not here to deal in any more problems. And what's this? And I'll tap his lips. Are you infected?
He shakes his head. He says, well, he maybe points to the other side.
Yeah.
Because this side of his face is now gone. He says, I'm a family man now. I'm a Birbasil.
Right. Okay.
Is that hard to say without teeth?
Yeah, it is a bit. A Birbasil. I'm a family man now. I'm a Birbasil.
I can cure then. Right. And I'll sort of...
Do you not have an injection for stupidity? If so, me and Zillion are first.
I'll wrap his I'll apply the M dose to his body and wrap his face up and wrap his wounds up and lift him physically back up onto his feet and then just like get him to push him.
Does he look like that kid from Preacher? Is it like butthole or?
Oh yeah, the guy. Yeah.
He's got arsehole, I think.
Arsehole, yeah.
Yeah, maybe when he's healed, he'll look a little bit like that. Yeah.
I thought he like. Did he not have like little nanobots to rebuild his teeth and stuff?
Not in the endos, no. Maybe the Birbasil family will shell out for that. But yeah, he after Carvus tends to him, He does kind of stagger out the door, and there's a moment of silent of rest while Kishar cleans up biological.
I will head into the staff room and see the body on the floor, squished by a fridge.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at the Bulbasaur comment.
It's the Bulbasaur family, yeah.
That sounds like a step up, to be fair.
I imagine this moment where Carvus walks into the kitchen is like that bit out of Community where Troy walks in with the pizzas. It's just
and
like
everything's on fire and Pierce has been shot.
Well, are you suggesting we're in the darkest timeline?
yeah. I've seen other playthroughs of this campaign. Yeah, we're in the darkest timeline.
Oh, is there a thug still in this room?
No, he's left.
No, he left.
Yeah.
He thought better about his choices.
Well,
He's
I
going to be a
blame the
farmer.
fridge.
I don't even want to know. I don't want to know what happened to him, why there's a fridge on him, why he looks like a watermelon got crushed.
It's a heavy fridge.
Are either of you injured to the point where you need medical aid? No.
Am I?
No.
No.
Right. Let's leave before the guards come.
I will make sure I've done a good job mopping up, casually throw a lot more bleach everywhere.
Okay. So
How did the interview go?
After that, I'd like to take the bottle of bleach and put it in Youssef's hand, just so it looks like he's the one that fell and splayed everywhere.
okay,
You know.
you put it on the floor so it's spilling. You gather and then you leave. Are you heading? Where are you going? You going back to your Moa?
Yeah, I will. Be, the interview is postponed for now. I'm going to get some more information out of her and talk to her at a later date.
I would suggest don't update her on this portion of our activity.
Man killed by fridge. What's
As I leave, I will give her I can't stay here anymore. There has been too many issues with these thugs. I'll hand her a
Business card?
basically a card to contact me. We'll be in touch.
and she takes it in that kind of like, what happened? And you can see like there's a staff member who's like the bravest of the bunch is pushing open the corridor doorway, and you just hustle the other two out across Ozone Plaza and to the nearest sort of tram.
Let's get out of here.
Before we go back to is it Noir?
Mirrors, yeah.
Why don't we go somewhere out of the way while I try and hack Youssef's PDA?
It's very late right now. You could obviously everything is always open on Coriolis.
Mm-hmm.
You want to try and
Well, I don't want to do it in my own house.
okay. So you just want to find like a cantina, get
anywhere
get
that's
some kawa.
crowded and divey.
Is Zillion still PTSD face?
Yeah,
No.
I want to sit and talk to Carvus.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to be like... I'm a little bit... And as I start to recover, I'm like... I don't know what happened. I know I talk a lot about violence, and I've experienced a lot of violence, and caused a lot of violence in my past. But I'm not a killer anymore. I wanted to hurt him, and the rage that kind of takes over sometimes was inside me, and I saw my pain and transferred, like wanted to hurt him with it, and I kind of, like I always do, I wanted to rough him up and act like the hero I used to be, but when he was alive one minute, and then in my own hands he was dead, and I don't know what happened. And there was a moment of just realization that the horror that was inflicted upon me, I've inflicted again on someone else, and it all came back. The sound of men dying and screams and the dark place that I was. And I've tried to avoid that for so long. And do you know what? I haven't fired a gun in 10 years, Carvis. I haven't. I've been a mercenary and I've not killed one person because I can't take the thought of death again around me, because I feel like if I enter into a zone where death surrounds me, it will overcome me once again and I will become the monster that I could be. This is the first... It's all lies. I got this job drunk claiming I was a hero. I used to be a hero.
I think you've been bottling your demons up, and you've not been setting yourself on a path to recovery. There is a path ahead of you can take, one of redemption, one which, even in your line of work, can cause you to put away these demons and banish them for good. There is a darkness out there that seeps into all of our hearts, and it is a strength within us to continue on that banishes it, and the light within comes out. There is a lot of blood in your history, one that you've tried to avoid, but in completely avoiding it, you have also allowed yourself to not face the consequences of your actions.
I just need to know that I think the path we're on is going to drive us into places that are darker and more dangerous than I've been of late through choice, and I just need you to know it will be good to keep you on my side, because I feel like these things will happen around me. Death follows me. It stalks my shadow. People around me die.
I'm
I
always
think you
here.
need to keep me on the path of the icons and the light.
I will always be here to be you can consult to me whenever you need. I am always here to aid you in these things. And if there is a darkness that follows you, I will be here to banish it from your life.
And I kind of put a hand on him and said, just be careful, preacher. Those that I get close to end up... And I kind of look at the fridge in the cantina and just look down again. And I know. Yeah, and it's like, for now, let's get some Musa Cola and just forget this whole thing. Musa Cola X.
We'll avoid electronic showrooms. There'll be no fridges. You'll be okay.
Add another thing to
About
Zellion's
fridges.
fridge list.
Yeah, I will just continue talking about how we have
Just give me one of your best sermons.
a violent future ahead of us with what is going on, but it's about the cause and intent. There is righteousness behind these actions, even though it may not seem it at the time.
So we sort of find ourselves in this cantina while we're chatting with Carvus and Zellion about their mortal souls, really, about Zellion's mortal well-being. I mean, and Kashar is like tapping through her tabula and all the details.
It's 50% Mario Kart, 50% hacking.
Yeah.
Wait for loading bars.
You got 2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Nice.
So what we find on Youssef's tabula is a few contacts called the Birbasil family, and one of them talks about how look, we're doing this as a favour to the Intisar family. Intisar family. They gave us this lead. It's turning out to be pretty profitable. It's no worse than anything we've done down on Kua. But it's all it's all deals with the kind of, it's all phrased in a sort of way where if an adjudicator or if someone was tapping them, there's not much you can act on.
Yeah, that's fine. No worries. Can I do what Zillion asked and just zero out and delete people's accounts and things like that?
For two successes, no. But maybe on a different day you can invest some
that's
time
fine, yeah,
and,
no bother
and try
about
and do that. Yeah. If someone would like, you can. Oh, collectively, you can make a culture roll.
Best skill.
So you can all have a conversation. If Carvus makes the roll, You can get +1 from Zellion and +1 from Kashar, so you'd add 2 dice to that roll.
I don't have enough dice for this. One second.
Oh.
Well, me and Zillion are full of culture.
An extra d6. There we go. So my culture is 8. So
Okay.
it goes up to 10
10.
with assistance. 4, 5. I will just double check my culture is. Yes, it is. So yeah, I will rack my brain. 1, 2, 3 6s.
3 critical success. Right, so you sit there, and when Kashar starts mentioning like Birbasil family, Innistar family, it's a big favor for them. It sounds awfully familiar to things Sabitha has said before. Like, you're pretty sure at some point she said, "Look, I need to do this favor, this big gig on the Ghazali for the Birbasil. If I sort this out, I'll be clean with them, which will clear a lot of the debt on the ship. Maybe she confided in you or something." And the Inner Star, it's an odd thing because you've heard of them in relation to a sub-faction, maybe somebody like a faction you've heard kind of parallel to the Seekers, but not with the Church of the Icons, with the Order of the Pariah.
Okay.
They supply drugs to this sub-faction of the Pariahs who are like prophets, a little bit like the Seekers. They speak the truths, but they do it through like these drug-fueled hazes, which everybody sort of knows they get through this drug cartel, the Innistar family. And to hear them both sort of mentioned at the same sort of thing, like one family doing another family a favour, is a strange thing. It speaks of...
Sounds like the mafia.
Yeah, a bigger connection between these things, a syndicate of families, if you will.
So Sabitha mentioned in passing during I had some conversations regarding her mission, and to sort of placate me, she was talking about the Birbasil, and they are drug runners to the Order of the Pariah, and it is feeling very much like a bigger. This is starting to expand. The problem is becoming.
What do we know about the Order of the Pariah? Do you know anything about them?
I assume I know a fair amount about them.
So the first thing that would spring to your mind is other places call them the Order of Pariah. Here on Coriolis, they're the Samaritans.
Order of the Pariah. Wait. Order of the Pariah's the Samaritans, which means that...
I don't want the free soup anymore.
The Samaritans are the ones involved that Aram was driving people to.
That's
Aram's
correct.
debt were bought by the Birbasil,
Who are also kind of the Samaritans.
who are funding... So, did you say the Birbasil were working with the...
The Birbasil are working with the Innistar, and the Innistar
And
run drugs to the sub-faction, the Seekers of the Pariahs, if you will.
So...
The Pariahs are the Samaritans, yeah.
If the Samaritans on here, that's how Aram got involved with the Samaritans, because the Berbers were doing a favour to the Innistar family, like, we'll buy his debt because you run the drugs and you can have it.
Millie,
But does that mean that? Hang on, sorry. Does that mean Sabitha was working for the Order of the Pariah?
It does sound
You
like
knew
it.
about it.
Possibly, she was doing something for the Birbasils. Perhaps it was something. Maybe she didn't know it was for the Order of the Pariah, or perhaps it was in something that the Birbasils the Order of the Pariah wanted the Birbasils to do and got Sabitha to do it instead. But that means, wait a minute. That means they know of Sabitha, but they don't know. We know that were her crew?
We don't know that they know that we know that they know
I don't.
that.
Yeah.
I don't think they know we're her crew, but
But
they might.
they might figure it out. Which,
But if she, hang on, if Sabitha knew about this Birbasil and this syndicate, whatever connection,
did she?
She's
Maybe.
and they're now. Well, she mentioned to you that she was.
She mentioned she was doing something for the Birbasil, but I don't know if she knows about the.
Is she definitely dead?
I don't know.
Don't know.
I mean, I hope not.
All reports from the Ghazali say that she was.
But
We've not seen her
Sabitha's
since, and that's why
wily.
we're here trying to get our money back from her damn kid that's gone missing.
In fact, the Red Spider Network, which are like the conspiracy theorists, they don't operate on Coriolis because that's the bulletin. The Red Spider Network specifically said somebody with the description of Sabitha died on the ship.
Just to check, Millie, are the Order of the Prior the ones that are considered both charitable and war criminals?
Yeah, they're the ones that only recognise the judge. The emissary on Zine is blasphemous and terrible. They have the big warships. Yeah.
Oh, the cool guys. Okay.
Carvers, if they're warlike, could they be the ones funding these guards? Could they be pariah? Like, does that match their description? The shaved heads.
We got told we got told by Aram that the guards were talking with the sanatorium, and they were speaking like the faithful.
Mm-hmm.
So if the guards are faithful, it is a chance that they are part of the Order of the Pariah, or at least a subsection of the Order of the Pariah.
Does seem that way.
And the kidnapping those with the mystic disease.
Why would the prior want the mystics? Do they want to? Are they?
Maybe that's how you get the visions. They just want to feed them all the drugs.
Maybe.
To learn the truth, to control the truth.
This conspiracy goes all the way to the top.
Well, it goes all the way to the pariahs. It is 10 o'clock, by the way. Are we,
I've seen, yeah.
But the Birbasils are in contact with them. And we've just been sent some family men, which means the Birbasils are around here somewhere, and they're going to know some more information. And we also need to find out where Noor has gone to.
I think we need to go to the sanatorium.
The sanatorium and then Birbasil hunting.
Sounds
my favourite sport.
Just quickly, I did talk to the interviewer. I had to give some information away, but I have got a contact with her, and I asked her that for her to send us the information she has acquired. So hopefully we can get some more insight into the names we don't know about.
That would be wonderful.
All right. So what we end on this conversation, and because it's a great thing to sort of start with next session. We wake up the next day. Off the top of my head, I've forgotten how close we are to the Cyclades to the end of the year. And you do the usual, come downstairs. You're expecting like the hot coffee on the bar of Mira's cantina, the biscuits that are normally here, and the note to Zellian, just take one. Except this time, Mira's at the bar. And as you folks kind of come down and in to get the breakfast, she looks at you with like full angry preacher, deacon of the church kind of fury is the best way. Like I'm not angry, I'm disappointed kind of face at you. And as you approach, she places on the bar, and it's weird, right? Because it's paper. It's proper, actual, real vellum style paper. It's got a beautiful calligraphy seal kind of thing on it, and she looks at you and she looks at you all and she says, "An adjudicator brought this to my bar. Do you know how hard I work to keep this bar off the radar of the adjudicator and the guards? This is not acceptable. This happens again, You will need a new Mawa. And she just slides the letter across the bar at you and disappears into her room and behind the bar before you can have like any kind of like it's one of those.
I lean over to Zellian. Is it a parking ticket?
I think it might be worse than that. And I kind of look at my
Okay.
robot arm like, we might be in some trouble.
This
Carlos.
version. Okay, I need to disappear for a minute.
Okay. We're going to end in a minute. Can you hold on?
Sure.
Literally going to end with this.
I will pick up this letter and see
in the
what it
box?
says.
What's in the box? All
What's
right.
in the box?
So I'll send you the letter through our secret chat. But
Okay.
also I will tell the folks at home. So it's a beautiful letter. It's got scrolling calligraphy. And it is... let me see if I can see it on my thing. Let me make it slightly bigger. It says in nice, I look forward to discussing our common concerns tonight at Alchemars. I would like to assist you in your current undertakings. May the gambler smile upon your efforts. Her Excellency, Judge Nigella Kurahan Dol Fasra.
Oh, it's a dinner party. No worries.
Yeah. And as we look at that and everybody goes, I think that's where we'll end the show because that's a nice,
Wow.
nice
Alrighty
TV
then.
end. Thank you very much for everybody who's joined us tonight. I hope that cliffhanger has got you ready to come back next week after our big punch up in the bar. That was great. Is anybody doing anything cool we need to plug? Or are we all just chilling for a week?
No, that's it.
All right.
Good.
Buy
Awesome.
Moose Cola t-shirts. They're awesome. Teespring. Do it.
Teespring.
Oh, you know,
Rep
don't have to do
the
that, but
brand.
It is actually pretty good.
There's nice
is awesome.
t-shirts.
Okay, bye.
I'm going to play the cool outro. Stick around, folks, because we're going to raid Godlike Games, who are playing Masks of Nyarlathotep. I've been Millie the GM. I've been joined by James and Martin and Graham, who's run away. We'll see you all next week. Thanks very much, folks. Bye-bye.